Well, I would say it's only been a couple of years, but finally, we are continuing with What if Videl trained like Gohan? And we are carrying on right from where the previous part left off. So, those of you who haven't checked out the previous parts to this story, I suggest you go back and watch them. Now, where we last left off, Majin Buu had destroyed Barbary, built his own home, and has begun making his having his friendship with Hercule, and of course the puppy dog, whose name escapes me. And while all that's going on and is going to play out like it does in the original, Goten and Trunks have been moved into the room of Spirit and Time in preparation for their big fight with Majin Buu, because they are apparently the only ones left who can save the planet. However, when they showed up in the room of Spirit and Time, someone else was in there already training. Wait, someone else was already in there? Well, that's wrong right there. Only two people could be at the room of Spirit and Time. Isn't that like the rule or something? Well, as it turns out, actually no. It's actually a bit of a common oversight with most fans. The rule is it's recommended only two people go in there because there's only enough supplies in the room of Spirit and Time for two people to last a year in there. But since Goten and Trunks aren't going in there for the full year, and well, let's just say whoever's in there has already used up a year, so really that rule doesn't really apply in this case. There's no rule saying that three or even four people could go in there at once. It's just there's never going to be enough supplies for all four of them to last the year, to last the full day in the room of Spirit and Time. And so, pretty much with that out of the way, the individual using the room of Spirit and Time is Videl. Videl, who is on a mission to avenge her fallen love and master Gohan. Yes, because Gohan had been training her up until this point. And with a month or so training before the tournament, she had picked up a lot and had become significantly powerful-ish in her own right. At the very least, she could definitely stand up to Spobovich, as we saw in the previous part. Now, with training a full year in the room of Spirit and Time, all those different changes, conditions, how hard the room of Spirit and training in the room of Spirit and Time actually is supposed to be. Yes, Videl has become significantly powerful. At the very least, she has surpassed Krillin in strength, and Krillin is no pushover. I don't care what the fandom says. Krillin is not a pushover. At least he gets in there and gives it a go. He always tries to take on the big enemy. It's Yamcha who keeps running away, or getting blown up by Cybermen, one of the two. I'm pretty sure in the Cell games, Yamcha was trying to run away and stay out of it. Sorry, Yamcha to me is the weakest of the weak. Not Krillin. Change my mind, if you think you can. Anyway, so yes, Videl, in my opinion, would definitely surpass Krillin in strength, mostly due to the fact that Videl is quite a gifted martial artist. I mean, she is the daughter of Hercule after all, and as terms as what a normal human is capable of, Hercule is no slouch. I mean, yes, he runs scared when people with key blasts and energy attacks show up, but that's pretty much, you know, what anyone would do. And Videl, being as gifted she is, and considering how quickly she was able to pick up flying and basic combat with Gohan during their month before the World Martial Arts Tournament, and not to mention seeing Goten and Trunks go at it in the junior division, yeah, she has picked up quite a lot, actually. So meanwhile, while she's training and the boys are training, and by the way, Videl has a kick-ass new combat outfit by the end of this. Something she was able to design and make herself. She's definitely had the spare time for it, after all. Things that she found around the chamber. Anyway, so meanwhile, while that's going on, the whole friendship between Majin Buu and Hercule has processed like it does in the anime, or with the whole "I, Majin Buu, will not kill anymore" that whole thing, which of course, as we know, doesn't end up lasting because two idiots who have been running around going on a killing spree, murdering anything they see, murdering anyone and anything they see, decide to well, they nearly kill Hercule and they shoot the dog as well. And well, after Majin Buu is able to heal Hercule and the dog, just like in the original, Majin Buu takes his revenge on the two culprits, and then, much like Kami and Piccolo, the good Buu and the evil Buu separate, and despite all of good Majin Buu's efforts, yeah, he is turned to chocolate and eaten by evil Buu, turning him into the pink version of evil Buu we all know and hate. And immediately he flies to the chamber, and with his technique, which name also escapes me, I believe it's called the Planet Eradicator or something like that. Basically, he uses it and exterminates all life on the planet. That's at least below the lookout. Taking and pretty much the only ones spared at this point are Hercule and the dog, who are now wandering around aimlessly trying to find something to eat and whatnot. And well, thanks to Piccolo being smart about it, they try to keep Buu all distracted that the fighter would be ready after this time limit, and that well, while that worked for a time and did give the boys some extra time to train, along with Videl of course, yeah, Buu gets impatient and demands Piccolo take him to the room of spirit and time immediately to meet this strong guy. And well, of course, Piccolo ends up taking the scenic route, giving the boys Videl just that extra bit of time they need, and needless to say, once Buu enters the chamber, the boys make a whole circus out of it. "We've been waiting for you, Majin Buu," and they do their fusion. Now Videl has actually cleverly hidden herself in the chamber. Now, as we know, it is a big hole of a dimension, plenty of places to hide. Plenty of places to hide, especially if there happens to be a fog going on at the moment. The bottom line is, Buu can't detect her. Buu can't see her. And, naturally, the whole battle between the boys and Majin Buu pretty much begin in a similar fashion that we get in the original, except that Gotenks is a bit more focused this time. You can actually thank the influence of Videl for that one. As much as they don't like getting thumped in the head by Piccolo, Videl is worse. She's taken this mission to avenge Gohan very seriously. She's sitting there pretty much waiting for her opportunity to strike. Gotenks is the bait. And while that's going on, Gohan, of course, has broken the Z-Sword since Elder Kai has appeared and has promised to awaken his hidden potential, and of course, awakening Mr. Gohan. While Goku is finding all this amusing, seeing his son just standing still like a pillar. Meanwhile, Goku's enjoying eating a storm, and looking in and seeing how the boys are doing. And, well, to put it simply, the boys are still battling it out with Boo, and we get to the point where Gotenks was pretending to be out of energy. Now this time it's actually a part of Videl's plan. He's not Gotenks isn't just doing this to just mess around. This is actually part of their plan. But Piccolo, of course, doesn't know that, and he's getting ready to blow up the door to the Room of Spirit and Time. But luckily, he then suddenly senses Videl, so while Gotenks I have no energy anymore, and has Boo distracted, she comes in with a powerful flying kick and is hitting Evil Boo with a barrage of energy attacks. And with Gotenks now ready, he prepares his next ultimate attack, which I believe would be if I remember rightly, is called the Super Gotenks Kamikaze attack. You know, where he spits the one where he spits a bunch of ghosts and they all blow up. Yeah, so combined with Videl's Ki Blast and Gotenks' Super Kamikaze attack, Piccolo also decides to join in, just in case. He's already seen Boo's regenerative capabilities once during this fight. Why not? Hit that monster with everything you got, guys. And this causes Boo to take up more damage. After all, the more times I would assume that Boo regenerates, the more energy he'd be using up. So, even if he regenerates, I'd say they're still weakening him. I could be wrong on that fact. So anyway, Videl, Gotenks, and Piccolo believe they have won this battle, but of course, Boo of course does regenerate, and this is where Piccolo, who now blows up the door, trapping them all in that dimension, or so he thought, and a bit later than he does in the original. And, well, the idea of Boo not getting his sweets is too much for the monster, and just like the original, he screams his way out of the place. Much like the original, and goes on a complete rampage, attacking everyone at the lookout. just like in the original. And that, I think, is a good spot to leave things. So, what did you guys think? Did you like that we had Videl become stronger, taking initiative, going into the room of spirit and time and getting stronger? Um, did we like that she was able to form a bit of a plan with Gotenks and Trunks and keep Boo on the ropes the way they did? Leave a comment, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.